I'm State Representative David Rutledge. Welcome to my Capitol Web Update. This is one of many regular updates to keep you informed about the work I'm doing on behalf of you, your family, and our community. Please check back frequently and also email my office to let me know your thoughts on any state issue. Today we have a very special guest. My guest is George Sinis of the Coalition Protecting Auto No Fault, a statewide organization that educates Michigan residents about the current no-fault automotive insurance system in our state. George, this has been a hot topic lately. Can you just give us a description of what is being changed or what is being asked in the bill that's currently before the legislature?
I'd be happy to do that, and Representative, thank you for having me on your show. Michigan has the most unusual and the greatest auto no-fault law anywhere in the United States. Under our no-fault law, anybody who's injured in an automobile accident is entitled to lifetime full medical care coverage. No state has that. This bill, and we're talking about HB 4936, would drastically change the Michigan no-fault law so that you no longer have lifetime medical coverage. Rather, you buy coverage in one of three levels: $500,000, $1 million, or $5 million, and that's it. If you incur medical expenses above and beyond what you have purchased, the options for you are not very good. You can pay the bill and go bankrupt, or not pay the bill and go bankrupt. You can turn to your health insurance company if you have health insurance, but the problem with that is it may exhaust the health insurance coverage that you have available to you for other non-accident related things. You can go on Medicaid if you qualify, or you can file a lawsuit against the party who caused the accident if it wasn't your fault, but typically they don't have enough coverage to pay for your medical expenses. So there's going to be a real shortfall here between what people incur in medical expenses and serious injury cases and what is available to them in health insurance coverage. If you live alone and you don't own a car, you're stuck at the $500,000 level. If you are a motorcyclist and you get hit by a car, you're stuck at $250,000, even if you purchased a $5 million auto no-fault policy. If you need in-home health care in order to avoid going to a nursing home, right now under the current law, you can get 24 hours a day of health care at home. Under the new law, 8 hours only. And then the health care is paid only at $11 an hour for unskilled care. Clearly well below what you'd have to pay to have a nursing company come into your home. If you need to go to a doctor, your doctor is going to be limited in what he can charge you to an amount that does not exceed the workers' compensation fee schedules. We're concerned about that because that can really create a disincentive for the medical establishment to treat auto accident victims if they're not being paid a fair amount for the services that they render. And finally, there's a real threat here that people's premiums are going to go up. And here's why. First of all, there's nothing in this law that requires that premiums go down. Absolutely nothing. You're losing all these benefits. No promise your premium is going to go up. But because the auto accident victim can sue the party who caused the accident for medical expenses that exceed what the victim bought, that means you and I are potentially liable for any of those medical expenses, and that means you and I are going to have to buy more insurance to protect ourselves. This is a risk that does not exist under the current law.
Well, there must be a reason that this is being brought forth. I mean, is there some problem with the current Michigan no-fault law that gives impetus to this?
In our view, absolutely not. The current no-fault statute is working beautifully. The insurance industry, who wants these changes, claims that in the years ahead, the Michigan no-fault system will not be financially sustainable. But yet they make this allegation based upon financial data that they won't release to the public. And I should also point out to your viewers, they made these same arguments in 1992 and 1994 when they wanted massive changes to the Michigan no-fault law, and Michigan voters in both of those elections said absolutely not by margins of about 60 to 40. And to prevent the voters from raising their voices again in opposition, they have attached a $50,000 appropriation to this bill that makes it referendum proof. thereby gagging the voters from being able to object to this bill. It's really outrageous.
Let me suggest to you a slogan that I saw that kind of capsulizes I think, the issue in some of what you're discussing now. It simply said, what good is it for me to choose my coverage if I can't choose my accident? So the idea here is that there could be catastrophic accidents where my care would be capped.
Oh, absolutely.
At a maximum of $5 million, and that's not the case now.
That's absolutely right. You have whatever you need if you get in a serious accident. You won't under this bill.
I am so thankful for our guest, George Sinis, being present with us today, and I hope this discussion has been meaningful to you, our viewer. Please feel free to contact me if I can be of any help to you or your family, or if you would like to share your thoughts or concerns on any pending legislation. My email address is posted on the screen. And by the way, George, how do we get more information about your group, C-SPAN?
You can get an excellent summary of this statute by calling CPAN here in Lansing at area code 517-882-1096. Ask for a summary of the pending bill. We also have other information about the operation of the Michigan no-fault statute, and these materials are free without charge.
I thank you for joining us this day. Please check back to this location often for other updates. Thank you.